What up, it's your boy Nick Incredible, man, and yes, I am back at it again, and this is Dune 2021 Part 1 review. And I gotta say, man, I thoroughly enjoyed this, because I must say, I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Let's get into it, man.
Yo, fight until you make it, yo, don't think it, no, just take it. Don't wait for someone to break it, take control, then don't just take it. Hey, you can make it happen, you just gotta take some action. Take the ship and be the captain.
To be fair, I thoroughly enjoyed this, man. Now, going into this, I have no idea of actually what's really going on because I don't know anything about the lore. I haven't read the book, and I haven't saw the 1980s movie because a lot of you guys told me that, it wasn't the best representation of the book itself. So I kind of just held off and just went straight into this with fresh eyes just to watch it unfiltered and just kind of give my own take on what happened and what I actually enjoyed about it. And overall, hands down, I really, really loved it. Now, it was a little long, but I understand because there was a lot of information they really had to give you. And a lot of parts I was kind of lost on because, I really didn't have anything to really just hold on to and kind of understand where it was coming from. So I'm definitely going to watch it again and watch the older version of it to try to get a better understanding. And I may eventually read the book. But just right off rip, watching the movie for the first time going through, I literally really enjoyed this movie, man. First of all, can we just say visually, it was just like eye butter. I mean, everything looked good. Every scene, every set, production, design, the CGI was perfect. Everything. I felt everything. It felt like we went to all of these different worlds. I was entranced in everything that was going on. Every scene was captivating. The actors straight slayed it. Every part was fascinating, man. I loved every part of it. Even Timothy Chalamet, I always mispronounce his name. Timothy Chalamet, like the part of him playing Paul, Atreides, however you want to pronounce it. The part about him, having the visions and being a little discombobulated and not really understand what's actually going on. He played that to perfection, kind of giving that mysterious vibe going on into everything. And everybody else played their part to perfection, man. This whole movie, sure, it's stacked with cast that was just phenomenal, but hands down, everybody played their role to perfection, man. I have no qualms about this movie. And then can we give a round of applause to Hans Zimmer? Dude, we know Hans Zimmer just slays it, but to be fair, he bombarded this movie with pure greatness. Now, the movie itself, like I said, it was eye butter. It was visually stunning. You were captivated into every scene. A lot of times, you always hold on to your phone or something, and if a movie gets to a little slow pace, you just, oh, okay, well, let me scroll and see if I got any messages or anything like that. No, I didn't do that. Dude, I was entranced in this movie the entire time, engrossed in what was going on, because there's a lot of stuff going on. We have space travel, we have politics, we have betrayal, we have religion. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and that's all of the stuff that's on the surface. And there's so much more stuff under that. Well, some of it's on the surface, and then kind of mix in between the two throughout the entire movie. But I loved every aspect, man. And then Hans Zimmer just came in with the bombardment of just straight wonderful sounds, man. Like every scene that you saw comprised with the score was phenomenal, man. Like you just entranced into everything that's going on. Like listening to it, like it kind of engulfed you in the movie, if you will. Sure, let's say you're watching the movie. You're watching the movie, and you know that it's a movie. But with the score and the set of it just being visually stunning, it felt like you were in it. It felt like you were right there with everything happening. For me, anyway. I can't speak for everybody, but for me, it felt like you were right there. You were engrossed in everything that's going on. Like you felt a part of it. Like you were worried, like, well, am I going to get shot with a little dart next? Like there was a lot of aspects going into this movie, and everything came together, and it just clicked, man. Actors, production, design, costume, the score, the director, but everything just clicked, man. And that's, you can't ask for any better than this, dude. Sure, it's a long movie, I mean, it's not super long, but it's 2 hours and 30 minutes, but you're engrossed in everything, even the parts that's a little slower, like in the very beginning. You feel it, but you're like, oh, okay, well, now you're trying to get an understanding of what's going on. You get a little backstory of the characters and the whole aspect of what's actually taking place with the spices and everything that's going on with the planet, the characters, and the religion aspect of it. But then you just jump straight into the action after that. That period, you jump straight into the action, and the action had me on the edge of my seat the entire time because I was engrossed as what's going on. I felt like, man, like I was terrified. I was worried, how are they going to get out of it, what was going to take place. A lot of times in movies like this, you can see that it's it's choreographed, but you can tell, like, well, okay, well, they're going to win this, and this is going to happen, and blah blah blah. No, man, like in the action sequences, like I was thoroughly surprised. It's like, well, what's going to happen? How is he going to escape? How are they going to do this? Then everybody played their role to perfection. And I'm gonna be 100%. I love the movie, to be fair, but Rebecca Ferguson, I love me some Rebecca Ferguson. I can't speak for everybody, but I mean, I just love me some Rebecca Ferguson, and she played her role, man. Big ups to everybody. Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac, Stellan Skarsgård, everybody shined in this movie. And like I said, when the cast comes together, the production, the director, and then Hans Zimmer came in with that killer score, this movie was just phenomenal, man. And I loved every aspect. And I'm kind of excited if we get a part two. Like, the movie has to perform well, but if we get a part two, dude, I am there for it, man. This is World Incredible. Don't forget to smash the like button until you can't smash any more. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. Peace out.
I cannot complain because today, I'm doing my